Hey everybody, get on in here. I forgot to turn the music on. I was trying to get things going. You know how that is. Uh-oh, spilt water. It's just not been much fun. Let's see. Let's go to slow and steady. Yep, we're going to take it slow and steady. Let me get my
All day I rush around, but I'm still on the ground, on the ground. I'll soon be fluttering if I can find my wings, find my wings. Impatiently, I want to fly today, but I hear a gentle voice inside me say that slow and steady steps will be my pace. Slow and steady steps will win this race. It will take some time, but the victory will be mine. Slow and steady, I'm gonna learn to fly.
Okay. Well, Justin just got through doing a video, and I've just sent it out to everybody, and it was live on Facebook, and it uploaded to YouTube, and it's a pretty good video talking about our new sale. I've been trying to learn the YouTube editor, YouTube studio, so that I can pre-schedule videos that I'm going to do. I do them at the same time every day, 11 o'clock in the morning and 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And if I could come up with a topic for them and put them in there, but I can't figure out how to get to them from my phone. How to get to the ones I've scheduled from my phone. That's why I was late getting here, because I couldn't figure it out. So if anybody knows how to schedule things, I know how to schedule things. I just don't know how to get to them on my phone. So I just had to start from scratch again, and I'm sorry I wasn't able to make it work, but it's a learning curve. It's always a learning curve. So everybody, let's drink up. I needed me some water. Now, I want to tell you a story. Back in 1994, I moved to North Carolina with my second husband. We moved in October, and I'm telling you, we moved with the clothes on our back, our fishing gear, our camping gear, and some winter clothes. Yep, we moved in October. I think we got here about October the 4th or something like that. And we were living in a tent in the campground at the Pisgah National Forest, and well, anyway, that guy went away. By May of the next year, he was gone. He left, and I never saw him again, which was such a blessing. And at the time we had our first fight, he packed his stuff and left. And I'm thinking, he has no more commitment to this marriage than that. Now I'm at fault here. I married a guy 10 years younger. When you don't know the same music and you don't love the same music, there's a problem. But we just weren't as committed to the relationship. He wasn't as committed to the relationship as I was. And I saw it as being a blessing. Everything happens for a reason, and that was a blessing to me. Well, We had just moved to North Carolina in October. I hadn't even been here a year, and I decided I wanted to go to school. Well, I had to wait until October, which is middle of the school year, to be able to go to college, and so I had to wait through the winter till January of the next year. Well, when January rolled around of 1996, yeah, 96, I started driving down the mountain every day to go to Brevard College. And it was a long drive. It took me about 35 minutes to get to the college, and then you have to find a parking place, and it was a pain. And I didn't have any money. I had very little money. In fact, at one point during that first month of going to school, I had a blowout on a tire, and it wasn't fun. And I didn't have any money to get it fixed, but God provided, and that's another story. But driving down that mountaintop, down from that mountaintop in Balsam Grove to Brevard College every day, I would put on some wonderful music and, just go down the mountain and go to school. But I was missing something. I was missing something, a cup of coffee. I needed a cup of coffee in the morning. And I love a specialty cup of coffee. I love cafe mochas, but you go to the coffee shop to get them. They're $3, $4, $5, and I didn't have $5. So I started playing with a recipe. I had some instant coffee. I had some powdered milk. I had some Nestle's Quick. Don't show Leanne this, but I had some Nestle's Quick, and I started playing instant coffee. This is freeze dried coffee. And I started putting together a proportional recipe. And once I got it right, when I got out of class to head home, I would take with me a thermos bottle of hot water, and it would stay hot in the car all day. And I would take me a covered cup so that I wouldn't spill it all over me, and I'd make me a cup of cafe mocha before I'd head back up the mountain. And it was just a fun little way to be kind to me. Some little nurturing, I was all alone, and it was some little way to nurture me with just a simple cup of cafe mocha. I couldn't go to the coffee shop. Now, I'm really glad I went to the coffee shop in August of that year, because that's when I met Robert at that coffee shop. But I couldn't afford to go every day, because it only had to be special occasions, and when I met Robert, it was a very special occasion. But I tweaked this recipe, and I would do it like a spoonful at a time. So I got me a little canister of Carnation instant milk, and then I had my coffee, because I was drinking instant coffee. I couldn't afford a whole lot of coffee, and I had my Nestle's Quick. And you've probably all got this in your cabinets right now. I keep a supply of powdered milk all the time. It's in my freezer. That's why I don't have the powdered milk. But my favorite is Carnation instant milk. It's made by Nestle. So these are all kind of, it was just a simple thing to do. So I had a little Ziploc bag that I would put a cafe mocha mix in, and I would spoon out about um, 2 scoops of like an eighth of a cup, a coffee spoon. I would do 2 of those in my thermos, and then I would shake it up and then pour it into my travel mug. And it was nice. And I have shared this recipe with hundreds of thousands of people. But here's the way the recipe works. And it's a proportional recipe. So the base proportion is your coffee. So you can use one measuring cup of instant coffee. Instant coffee. One measuring cup. And then you do two measuring cups of Nesquik. Two measuring cups of this. Two of the 1 cup. So it will be 2 cups. And then the most important part of this to make it good and creamy is the powdered milk. Yeah, the powdered milk. And the powdered milk would be 3 cups. So it's 1 cup of instant coffee, 2 cups of Nestle's Quick. So that there you've got 1 cup and 2 cups. That's 3 cups already in your bowl. And then you add 3 cups of powdered milk. 3 cups of powdered milk. And so you've got 6 cups of stuff. 6 cups of cafe mocha mix. Now, if you want to get real, you can stir it up. Just stir it up and then put it in a canister. Or you can put it in a blender and get it really good and fine. And it mixes quite fast. And it makes a great Christmas present. I've given it as Christmas present. I've made a huge bowl of it and dished it out. Now, I've tried to make it keto, and keto just doesn't quite, I can't get it there. Because milk has, just regular milk has a lot of, if you use cream in it, it would be different. But I haven't figured out a way to make it keto because it just needs that little touch of sweet to it. And I don't drink it often. But it's just a beautiful little recipe. And you can do it proportional. You can do 1 teaspoon of this, 2 teaspoons of this, and 3 teaspoons of powdered milk. And you'll have about that would be 1, and that'd be 6, that's about 1.5 ounces of the mixture. And it works. It's a creamy flavor. It's just wonderful. If you need something, now you could heat up a cup of milk. You could have a cup of milk and add your powdered milk and your Nestle's Quick to it, and then you wouldn't have to put the powder. I mean, you wouldn't have to put the powdered milk. You use your coffee and your Nestle's Quick, and you wouldn't even have to add. They're all dry ingredients. Yep, they're all dry, and they store really well. If you've got one of those canisters that's got a vacuum seal lid on it, you don't ever have to worry about it getting lumpy. Yeah, I've been sharing it for a long time, but it was made out of a quest to do something nice for me that wasn't going to cost a whole lot of money because I didn't have any money. I didn't have any money to spend it at a coffee shop. But I'm really glad when I went to the coffee shop in August that I met Robert. I've done it with, somebody says they've done it with cocoa mix. Yeah, you could take a package of cocoa mix and a teaspoon or two of instant coffee and do the same thing. You do the same thing. It's all about treating you to something special. It doesn't. What was an extra treat? The extra treat was having the coffee with me in the car. I was doing something good for me. You know, at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, we all kind of get the dropsies, you know what I mean? And you just need a little pick me up. And that's why we do tea time. Because our Wise Women's Tea, which the decaf brand is, the decaf is on its way. But our Wise Women's Tea has got some caffeine in it, y'all. I'm telling you. I have to limit myself on that or I don't go to sleep at night. Anyway, that's my story about Cafe Mocha. It was fun coming up with it. And it's just a proportional recipe. 1 part coffee, 2 parts Nestle's Quick chocolate, and 3 parts of the powdered milk. Now, I've tried other powdered milks, and they don't have the same flavor as, and I've even tried to have this stuff made in a factory. and it just doesn't do. We've tried it and it just smelled like dirt. I just the thought of it was awful. But it's just a treat. And come this winter, we'll probably have some cafe mocha along with our tea occasionally. So have some fun. I'm gonna figure out how to go to a scheduled thing that I have ready to go on YouTube. That's when I can't figure things out, it drives me nuts. I've looked for YouTube videos. I guess it's just my personality. So your kids would like this too, along with um, a thermos bottle or a travel mug or our me time mug. Kids off at school, they're gonna need something warm and wonderful to snuggle, a cup to hold, and you know, just simple little gifts like that mean a whole lot, especially when you make them. I love you all. I'll see you tomorrow. It's question and answer day. I've tried to schedule that too. Excuse me. Tried to schedule that, and it just I'm having a hard time with it. I may just do it on the fly. Oh well. It is yummy, y'all. It really is yummy. I love you all. I will see you later. Tomorrow, I'm interested in a keto version of the coffee mix. Black coffee makes a pretty good keto version. Just plain old black. I drink black coffee every morning. I guess you could put a spoonful of cocoa in it, but it would get lumpy. Um, Cocoa has no carbs much of anything, and then you could put cream in it. So, but you got to come up with a sweet, and I don't like any kind of sweetener at all. It makes my head twitch and itch, and I don't like the sweeteners. But if y'all come up with a keto version, fill me in. I would love to know. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow. Question and answer day. Get your questions in. Liz will post something. You can send questions to Liz. She's going to send them to me tonight. So get them in now. And I will talk to you at 11 o'clock tomorrow. Bye.